Before this episode starts, I'd like to say that we do jump into some quite heavy subject matter on the terms of abuse, and if you're not comfortable with that, maybe give this episode a miss. I've left some helpful links in the description on YouTube and Spotify if any of that may help you. And if not, enjoy the episode.
I love that.
No, it doesn't. That sounds like I'm not going to go onto a high street and just fucking like, hey, I'm here recording a podcast. Hey, you, want to come on?
Wanna come on, Sonny?
That just sounds like an awful idea. And also probably a case for the police.
Would you like to come on to the street and do a podcast, Sonny, with my Ass Blaster 2000?
I don't think YouTube would allow that. Like, I'm not an expert, but I don't think YouTube allows arse blasting on their platform.
Yeah, but they allow a Spanish kid like uploading videos of him drowning cats in his toilet.
I haven't seen that, and I don't want to.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Why do you know that?
Because there was like a news story on it a long time ago, and his videos have not been taken down. They're still there.
No fucking no. I don't. Well, I do believe it because that's
At least the last time I checked. I don't know about now.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. It doesn't sound fun to watch. Oh yeah, I should probably say an intro. Hello, welcome to the podcast. We're back. That's a shit. That's a bad intro, isn't it?
Yeah, it just feels really rushed. Just like, hello, listen to us.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Fuck you. Welcome back to the Death to Cancel Culture podcast. It's me, Zeb Ben. This is what's your name? Oh my god, no, I've actually forgotten your name.
I am a cunt. There you go.
No, Ben. That's your name. I'm here with Ben.
Fuck it. Why? How did you forget my name?
We've been friends for 10 years and I just forgot your name.
A fucking 10 years, and you're just like, I've forgotten your name. Like I met you fucking yesterday.
I'm so sorry.
The fuck?
And as we're here, I think I'm going to mention something. Spotify.
Betrayal.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry. So, people listening to this, if you're listening to us on Spotify, you can watch us now. We have visuals for Spotify.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to do this on YouTube. I'm probably not, because it makes my channel look messy. But yes, Spotify, we have visuals, hopefully.
Yes, and I don't have a webcam, so just 404 not available.
Yes.
Although I don't plan to get one, because I just don't really want to show my face on the internet.
And Spotify, if you don't have visuals, it means I couldn't figure out how to get them on. I'm so sorry if there's no visuals. If there's no visuals, I couldn't figure out how to put them onto Spotify. I'm professional.
Indeed, you are very professional. So professional that when I asked you, like, could you do like a top hat with this glitch effect and stuff, you were just like, let me like stretch a Google image of a top hat over this area.
Yeah, so if there's visuals, you can now see what that would have looked like.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wide hat is what we have.
Yes, white hat.
It's for a fucking giant.
Things I couldn't get anything else. Like, I couldn't get like just an HD like widescreen image of a hat, so I had to stretch it.
Hang on, I just got a text from my friend saying I live a sheltered life, and I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
So what?
I was having a conversation with him last night about like, the song I've played for you is from Deltarune. If I'm not gonna play it because that would be copyright, but like,
Is Deltarune I thought Deltarune was copyright free.
Well, I don't know, but
still don't play it.
Yeah, that's like, I don't know if it is or isn't, so therefore I'm not going to risk it.
Toby Fox would fucking come for me.
If you want to know the song that I played for him, it's "The Door" by Toby Fox for Chapter 1 of Deltarune.
Creepy.
But yeah, it's a very creepy song. But No, he was saying to me like, "Oh, I've never heard of that," and you're like, "You've never fucking heard of Undertale or Deltarune like in your life?" No, I just live a really sheltered life. Ah,
Is this an internet person? Or is this like a non-inty... inty? Yeah, inty. Internet person.
non-inty. No, he
That's
is
how the
an
cool kids say it nowadays, inty.
the fucking cool kid down with the kids,
Yeah.
bro.
Hello, how do you do, fellow kids? I'm not an adult anymore.
Salutations, friend.
I still hate that now, right? I'm so fucking like old. Well, I'm not. I'm 18. That like right now.
Yeah,
I do the back in my
just
day.
keep yapping away and saying how old you are.
No, so I like genuinely. I have to stop myself from saying the kids these days or back in my day.
Bear in mind that I'm fucking 21.
It's so hard. Like fucking, we have like back in my day, we had fucking Rage comics and shit. Now we have Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah, which I've watched the whole thing, and
For
I'm kind of
reasons.
like, well, yeah, no, because you know how Ramp.
Yeah, people who pretty much everyone, friend that Ben had and then just randomly stopped appearing one day and I think might be dead. Continue.
Yes, I murdered him. No, he's just been busy with life, and I spoke to him recently. I played some Helldivers with him, but no, he was on call with me like late at night, and we just discovered Skibbity Toilet and started watching through the episodes, and it became a deep discussion about the war between Skibbity Toilets and cameramen
I'm sorry that you had to
for
go through
some
that.
fucking reason.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that.
I was high, okay?
That's
fucking...
still not a good reason to watch fucking Skibbity Toilet.
No, that's the perfect reason. Never watch things that are like serious when you're high. Just watch stuff because it's funny.
You couldn't fucking pay me to watch that.
I mean, I don't know. I feel as though if I offered you a very large sum, money buys everything.
How large of a sum? How large of a sum would you pay me?
If I paid you like £1 billion, you would say no, would you?
No, I'd say yes, but I'm talking like a realistic amount of money.
Well, there's no realistic amount of money that I have.
Exactly. So there's no like, if Obama gave me like $1 million to watch it, sure. Is Obama a millionaire? Probably was.
I'm sorry. Repeat that question again.
Is Obama still a millionaire?
Was probably a billionaire now. He was a fucking president.
Yeah, but I'm talking like now. Is he still like fucking making dough? Check Obama net worth. $48 million.
I would say he's still only a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean, not a billionaire though. He ain't that rich.
You're lagging at life here, Obama.
Yeah, damn. Get your money up, bitch.
You were a president, man.
Now look at you. Now you're the white. Now you're the fuck. Now you're the husband of a podcaster.
No, wait, what?
Michelle Obama has a podcast.
Oh.
But we're better than her. Listen to this one instead of hers.
Yeah, sure.
We're two white men. And what's she?
No, don't go there. Do not go there, Zeb.
Now tell me this: is Michelle Obama gay?
Well, no, because she has a husband.
Yeah, but we have a gay person on our podcast. What the fuck do you have, Michelle Obama? Oh, you can talk about racial inequality. Grow up.
Thank you for talking about my sexuality. Like, I, was perfectly open with that.
Who cares? It's fucking
Well,
2024.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm pretty sure I said it on the last episode as well.
yeah, but can I get on with like the story that I really want to tell you, because I know you've been waiting like all week for this.
Yes, Ben gave me like a synopsis of this story that we're going to tell first, like a week ago, and I was like saying, save it for the podcast. It's going to be great.
Yes. It might not be as great as you think, but it's still pretty funny.
I want to.
So I'll give everyone else the same synopsis. The synopsis that I provided to the
Forgot my
Zeb.
name as well.
Yes, for some reason we're terrible. No. The synopsis I provided to Zeb was police arrest a bin.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds ridiculous and like I'm making it up. I'm not. There are videos of it if you want to look it up. But to explain, Northern Ireland.
Ah. It's already starting to make sense.
Yeah, so Northern Ireland is a very controversial topic. Of course, if you know the history of Ireland and Britain, then you know that we don't exactly get along.
Does the history have a reason for the arresting of a bin?
This does have to do with the story, yeah.
It's relevant.
Yes, it is relevant.
Okay, carry on.
So, if you don't know the history of Ireland and Britain, and especially Northern Ireland is a colony that the Tudors the northern parts of Ireland is where the Tudors began a colony of British peoples, kind of subtly at first, like settlers going over there and, you know, settling on Irish lands and things, until eventually they unified and said, like, we want to stay under Britain.
Mm-hmm.
Which was kind of a problem, because Britain's becoming heavily Protestant at this point, and Ireland is Catholic.
Ooh. Okay.
So
Yeah, not the greatest idea. If you didn't know, Protestants and Catholics very much killed each other.
yes, a lot of them.
Like now that may seem stupid because, you know, it's fucking all Christianity, but you know they didn't like each other.
Yeah, fucking Protestant Reformation happened because of Martin Luther, not to be confused with Martin Luther King, who wrote a book effectively defaming the church and saying, like, this is all a scam and it's bollocks and you shouldn't donate to them, you shouldn't support them and stuff. It's just a tool of power for the rich.
Basically, here's my reason to fuck the church.
Yes, and he's one of the great speakers in the Age of Enlightenment. But anyway, you have a Protestant colony on a heavily Catholic island. Ooh.
Wait, are you going to start talking about Belfast? Is that where this is going?
I'll get there.
Okay.
So anyway, this would go back and forth because Ireland would become part of Britain, but not part of Britain, but part of Britain, but not part of Britain constantly. There would be several wars of independence and things like the rebels of O'Neill, as an example. But the most famous and most recent, of course, is the IRA, or the Irish Republican Army, which, being heavily Catholic, wanted the Protestants out. They wanted them to leave. So they pressured Britain into stuff, usually for bombings and what have you. And
As you do.
yeah, because admittedly, it did nearly collapse the British economy. So fair play. But,
And look where we are now. The British economy has finally collapsed after all that time.
Well, yeah, I mean, it came back, and then obviously because of Liz Truss and the cabbage,
The cabbage.
it's kind of gone downhill again.
Yeah, we had a prime minister for 1 month. Sorry, interjecting. We had a prime minister for 1 month. A cabbage lasted longer than her, and she also fucked us over massively.
Yes.
Now we've been left to pick up the pieces.
The joke comes from like one of her slogans or whatever the fuck it was, like beat the cabbage or whatever. Like, I don't remember specifically what she said, but it involved a cabbage, and then somebody decided, I'm going to keep a cabbage and see if it lasts longer than Liz Truss's term. And it did.
Yeah. Did you see the photo of when it won?
Yes.
There's like fucking flags, party poppers, fucking party hats. It was an amazing day.
I love it. It is so funny. But fucking British politics is a mockery. But anyway, the IRA wanted us out. And eventually we did come to a sort of conclusion, although not really, because tensions in Ireland are still high, which was the Good Friday Agreement. And that was sort of that for the current time being.
Yeah.
But the IRA still operate, and they still do occasional things. But anyway.
Yeah, if you want a more in-depth version of sort of everything that a lot of the stuff that the IRA did back near the Good Friday movement, there's a movie called Belfast. It's fucking brilliant. Watch that if you want a better sort of overview of it.
Yeah, and also actually look into the incident, because I am heavily paraphrasing all of that. I am simplifying it.
Yes.
There is significantly more to it than what I've just mentioned. It's a very complicated issue. But anyway, Northern Ireland, they have these British regiment marches occasionally, which are not super popular for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
They march through the street and sing songs about killing Catholics.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it would be an issue.
I'm not particularly religious.
Neither am I.
Either. It doesn't personally bother me, but you could imagine why people are not particularly happy with it.
Because Britain, well, the UK is still heavily Christian. Well, the religion of the country is still Christianity.
Yeah, and forms of Catholicism.
Yeah.
But no. So a march was going down like an avenue street of houses and stuff. You know, the ones that you get where it's just like a long row of houses and they're all kind of shit, and the poorly kept gardens and the brick walls kind of falling apart and shit.
Yes. Canterbury in a nutshell.
Yeah. There's this guy who, as sort of a protest, threw an Irish flag over the ballast of his window and hung it out the window in front of the march, ran outside, grabbed his front wheelie bin and like chucked it at the standard bearer at the front of the march.
The what bearer?
Standard bearer. Standard bearers carry flags and usually also have like trumpets and trombones and stuff.
So like the marching band.
Yeah. Anyway, he just fucking chucked it at the leader of the march over his fence and fucking donked him straight in the face and ran back into his house after the police just ran up the street trying to arrest him, and he locked his door. The police gave up. One of the men, well, all the members of the marching band just kind of stopped and like obviously shouted at the house, and there was a huge commotion and stuff. But one of the members like grabbed the wheelie bin that was thrown at them and then threw it into his window, which smashed the front glass and stuff. Yeah, and it was a whole incident and what have you. But interestingly, the police, understanding that there is only two of them and they definitely can't arrest everybody and can't really control the situation, got the marching band to move on and cleared the area, and then took the bin and arrested it and put it in the back of like one of the, you know, vans with the cage and stuff.
Why? It's a bin.
I don't know. They just took the fucking bin in as probably as evidence, but also at the same time, like, they arrested a bin.
Free my mans, he ain't do shit. He was just doing his job.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
they fucking arrested a bin.
That's like having a guy being thrown at someone and then taking the guy that was thrown.
Yes, exactly.
Free the bin. Free the bin.
Free the bin.
He didn't do nothing. He was just standing there having a good day. I love this marching band. Where the fuck am I going?
Yeah, exactly. It's the fucking wildest story I've seen in a very long while. And I was sat here reading, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna save this."
Why a bin?
I don't know.
Like, the window was smashed. You could jump in that window and get that guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, because, like, he goes up steps to get into his house. It's like I don't know what you call it, but he has steps going down into what is effectively a basement, and then steps going up into a front door. And his window is above the street a bit. But God, I found that so unbelievably funny reading about it, and then I saw the whole video, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. That is so exactly dumb. What happened.
So, I'm still baffled that the police they arrested a bin.
Yes, they arrested a bin. They took in a bin.
Okay, now what is he going to do with his rubbish, though? How are you going to chuck it away?
What? I mean,
do they have to go into the police station and get the bin back? Do they have to order a new... So I'm really looking into the logistics of this.
Well, I mean, let's think about it. So, like, he's going to get annoyed with the fact that he doesn't have a bin, so he's going to go into the police station to retrieve his bin and then be arrested.
Honestly, a small price to pay for salvation. You get your bin back.
Yeah. Yeah,
we need to start a GoFundMe for this guy to get a new bin.
No.
They're £47. Come on, everyone, just donate a little bit. Get this guy a new bin.
Free the bin.
Free the bin.
Free the bin.
We're gonna start a fucking uprising.
Yeah, fucking flags with like
with just a wheelie bin on it.
jailed wheelie bins on a flag.
In London, just with a flag, free the bin.
Yeah, free the bin, free the bin.
You didn't deserve it.
Although it's Ireland, so they would probably have a bit more of an accent, but like still.
Free the bin. That was Scottish. That wasn't Irish.
Free the bin, like fucking what are you?
Free the fucking bin.
That doesn't make any. That doesn't.
Yeah.
No, stop.
I don't have to do an Irish accent.
I can, but I'm not
But
very
you
good
won't.
at it. I won't because it's not very good.
Yeah. So
It's like one of the few accents I struggle with.
go on, do Nigerian right now.
Oh my God. Well, no, because they have like a more nuanced version of Uganda, and I'm just like, no, I can't.
Okay. Can I go on to my story because I think it's quite a funny one. I have an interesting story.
Yeah.
So there's quite a popular racist online. His name's Kanye West. Have you heard of him?
Oh boy. Yeah.
So Kanye West is releasing a trilogy of albums called Vultures.
All right.
With another article called Ty Dolla $ign. Two massive people in the rap game. I'm cool.
Yeah.
And Vultures 2 has come under quite a bit of a controversy recently. Before it's even been released, may I add.
Well, I mean that happens to a couple of things, but do go on.
So his new album, Vultures 2, is only being sold on his website for about $20. This album has about 12 songs on it. So you're paying about, I don't know what the maths is, a little bit under £2, or a little bit over £2 for a song.
Okay.
He's doing this because he said that he doesn't want streaming platforms to take a cut, so he isn't releasing them on any streaming platforms.
Okay.
Yet, you may already see the issue with this, because people will just upload it to YouTube. Okay, Ben is, I assume, he's gone on mute. He has, we'll give him a moment.
Yes, because my mother decided I'm going to walk into the room and keep talking whilst I'm walking up the hallway and dump a cat on my son.
Yes. So, people have made the argument, well, people will just release it on YouTube. Why don't just release it on streaming platforms so you get some money out of it?
Right.
So in total, he will make less money from this album by releasing it on his website.
Well, yeah, because the more distribution platforms you go to, the more money you would make out of it, because not everybody's going to use the same platform.
Exactly. But adding on to that, something funny has happened with this album. So, it's been leaked. The whole album has been leaked.
Oh, no.
And you want to know where it's been leaked to?
Where?
TikTok. On the TikTok music library, Vultures 2, every single one of the songs is on the TikTok library.
That doesn't surprise me, considering all of like the controversy with TikTok and technical problems.
Universal.
Yeah.
And since Kanye is releasing this like independently, that they're all on TikTok still. And if I didn't put this on the, I probably should have. Vultures 2 was meant to be released on May 3rd.
Right, so he's effectively lost all of his stuff over a month early to random, probably server hackers.
Yeah, as of recording, it's the 18th of March, to be clear.
Yeah. To TikTok.
Yeah. He's lost every single one of the songs on the album to TikTok.
Oh, that is.
And I checked about half an hour ago, or just before we started filming. Yes, they are still on there.
That is hilarious.
So if you are a Kanye fan and you want to go listen to the album, it's probably now on YouTube and it's also all on TikTok.
Yeah. In which case, I think he should just cut his losses and like put it everywhere rather than just putting it in one place, because he was already going to make a lot less money, but now he's seriously going to make a lot less money. So
Yeah,
just
he hasn't
put it
spoken
wherever
on
you
this.
can.
He still hasn't released the album, which I would have done if this happened to me. I would just release it since it's already everywhere anyway.
Yeah. Because, like, well, somebody's already ruined the embargo, so it's like, alright, well, just release it.
To be fair, say a similar thing happened with GTA 6. GTA 6's trailer got released, I think, about a day before Rockstar were going to release it, and they just tweeted, "Yeah, our trailer got leaked. Here it is on YouTube below."
Yeah, and then there's also the guy who did leak it, who got arrested for it, and also got admitted to a psychiatric ward, apparently.
For hacking Rockstar.
Not exactly that. Supposedly, so this is supposedly what he said. He confessed to the fact that he can't go without hacking something or whatever. Like, he's just really into the hacking, and it's like, well, that sounds about as believable as the FBI didn't kill Martin Luther King. Like,
I'm gonna keep that in and just see what happens.
Well, I mean, go for it, because most people do agree that the FBI probably had something to do with it. Because, I mean, so I have looked into the theory about the whole thing, and I'm sort of like, oh god, that is scarily possible.
I mean, I don't know about the Martin Luther King thing, but I do believe that the FBI probably did. Again, don't arrest me. This is allegedly.
Uh-huh.
They did 9/11. Allegedly.
But no, fucking. There's so much with the case that's genuinely really suspicious, like how the police, in order to properly be able to recreate the scene, cut down a tree that would have been in the way, so the shot would have been different. And I'm just sort of like,
Ooh, a tree. A clue.
Well, no, I mean, like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was the fact that there is a tree that would have changed how the shot would have occurred to be able to actually hit Martin Luther. And they cut it down for evidence, effectively changing the crime scene and forever making more of the situation a mystery.
Yes.
And I'm just thinking, like, that is either just very poor policing, or they were told to do that.
I think it's probably a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't read about it, so I'm just chatting shit into the air.
I'm kind of chatting shit as well, because I don't remember, like, exactly what it was. Look into it if you want to, but yeah, there's just little details about the whole thing where I think, that is strangely convenient of an answer.
Very suspicious.
And also, yeah, there's just a lot of suspicious stuff in there that the police and the FBI did for no reason, or at least seemingly no reason. Like, I don't know, it just seems off, having read into the whole thing. But like, when Daguna's done a very good video on that, where he just kind of discusses the idea of it, and yeah, I think he explains it quite well.
I'm surprised I haven't seen that because, like, yesterday I was going to I recently, very much recently got into Wendigoon. I was watching like a bunch of his videos and I didn't end up seeing that one.
You'll have to look for it, because it is a really solid video where he just kind of goes into the whole theory and discusses it, and I think he puts it quite well.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, on to our... We're rushing through this very quickly. I'm sure that you have more to say on these stories that you've put in.
The next few, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a couple. What one do you want to go into? We have 3 here.
I want to do microaggression.
Okay. Now, can you put that into context? It's just the quote, "I want to do microaggressions," does not sound great.
Yeah, no, I'll. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound good, does it? Like, I want to do microaggressions. Like,
Yeah, maybe that's a clip now. That's been clipped.
No. But anyway, so for context, microaggressions in gaming is the title that I gave it. People can probably see where this is going if you've watched any of the local gaming news recently. There is this woman. I'll bring up her.
Wow, Ben, what an interesting story. There's a woman. Wow, that's so interesting. Please tell me more.
There is a woman. I'm definitely not going to pronounce her name properly, so give me a minute. Danny Lalondes. I hope I have that right.
Probably not.
No, probably not.
I'm bad at geography. You're bad at names. That's the sort of thing we have going.
Yeah, like,
we don't need to go into the geography stuff. Okay, it's not important.
that is definitely the back and forth thing that we have. But no, she is head of Veritable Joy Studios.
Okay.
And she makes a lot of the Marvel games, or is at least part of making them.
Oh, what, like part of Insomniac? Or like at least a subsidiary?
No, like, this is just a smaller company that Insomniac sometimes, commissions.
Right.
So she is partly responsible for the Spider-Man games.
New Game Plus. It's all her fault why we didn't get New Game Plus day 1 launch.
I see you're still salty about that.
I am. We have it now, but we should have got it day 1.
You should have, yes. She is part of Veritable Joy Studios, the head and lead director. And she said this on a TikTok, which I think is very interesting. She doesn't hire white people.
Oh, I've heard this. This is an amazing story.
Yeah, so she said on a live stream on TikTok, of all places, that she doesn't hire white people because she wants to create a safe space for the black people that she hires.
And so she's assuming that every white person is racist.
Yeah, which is inherently, in of itself, racist.
Yeah. Okay, to be clear, what ethnicity is she?
She's a person of color. She's black. I don't know.
And that makes it okay.
Yes, exactly. That's the logic of leftists on Twitter who just. But to be clear, I don't agree with the left or right. I hate them equally. I just hate the people that don't seem to understand reality.
Mhm.
Like this woman who said that she doesn't hire white people because she wants to create a safe space for people of a similar skin tone to herself. That is literally racism.
Yeah.
That is as close as you can get.
That's
And
basically
not
that's the
only,
same thing as saying I'm not going to hire any black people.
yeah, exactly. But according to far leftist people on Twitter, you can't be racist towards white people.
You can.
Yes, you absolutely can. But
Ever heard the term the cracker? That is literally just we're fucking we're not bombarded. To be clear, I think white people have it very easy. I think before going into this, we have it very easy.
well, yeah, for like the 400 years that white people enslave other people of color, but at the same time, I'm going to go to these people who constantly say we existed in 400 years of bondage. No, you didn't. You're a black person from the 21st century. You
Yeah,
had
you didn't.
nothing to
You
do with
didn't
that.
live.
Yeah, you didn't live that. Your ancestors did, and not to mention, so did my ancestors,
Yeah,
because everybody committed slavery.
and I want to make it clear, white people also became slaves. Not very well
Yes,
known, but that did happen.
it's fucking exactly. It's where the word comes from. Slave comes from the word Slav.
And
You
where does
know,
Slav come from?
Slovakians who were part of Rusia.
That's Russia for any uneducated people.
Yeah, and also Kyrgyzstan and lots of other places like that. Who, by the way, the population was white. So
Yeah, like fucking everyone became slaves.
yeah, everyone committed slavery because it was just seen as an act of normacy at the
Yeah.
time. Like everybody did it.
Until
Everyone.
America was like, maybe this isn't so cool.
Well, actually, no. That was us.
Until we decided maybe that's not so cool.
Yeah, if you look into it, Britain. Please look up a video called I don't remember the exact video and I don't remember who it was by. But it was like how Britain ended slavery. It's all over the internet. It's a fairly famous video. You'll probably find it.
So
And
yeah,
it's just
we're
like the
really
British
cool.
flag waving.
Pretty much, we're really cool.
Well, no, I wouldn't say we're really cool because it's not as if we didn't have slaves. It's just more that it was illegal to have them. Anyway,
Back onto your microaggressions in gaming.
yes, microaggressions in gaming. How did we get from that?
I won't question it.
Yeah, I'm not going to question it. I'll probably watch it back and think, oh yeah, that's how we got from A to B. But, yes, microaggressions in gaming. She is racist. Inherently racist. Everything she has just said is racist. And also what she says is breaking employment laws.
Yes.
Because it specifically states that you can't discriminate against people that you are employing based upon a characteristic that they possess. Yeah, exactly. So religion, skin color, ethnicity, culture, what have you.
But if you're fat, get the fuck out. You can control that.
No, don't fucking. Why am I the one who's saying no today? What the fuck?
No, Ben, I'm fat. I'm allowed to say that.
You're not fat.
Yes, I am. I'm allowed to
You're
say that.
slightly chubby. Some people are fat, and then some people are obese. Get over it.
No, I did a BMI. I'm overweight. I did it. I'm overweight. I'm fat. I'm allowed to say that.
Do you realize that BMI really isn't all that accurate, considering the fact that I have done studies on it, and it really depends on like which way you grow, sideways or up?
Yes, and I was saying that to my mum this morning, but still, NHS says it. I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah, yeah. Like somebody could be really fucking heavy, but they're a heavyweight fighter with muscles.
Yeah, like The Rock would be considered obese.
Yes, even though he is a fucking bodybuilder.
Yeah, well, wrestler.
Well, yeah, but like he bodybuilds for wrestling.
Arnold Schwarzenegger would be a better.
Oh yeah, no, Arnold from his fucking movie career. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
He'd be a better example.
But moving on, she breaks several late employment laws. Cool, but
Don't say cool. It's not cool.
Yeah, no, it's not cool.
She's been a bit of a silly Billy.
Yeah, she's a very silly Billy. Stop interrupting me. She goes on to say that her reasoning for this is because white people cause microaggressions. If you don't know the definition of microaggressions, it's problematic ideas or comments. So something that is highly or lightly offensive that you didn't really mean in that way.
So accidental racism.
Yeah, sort of. It's accidental discrimination and stuff like that. That's what a microaggression is, apparently. So again, you're saying that all these white people are committing microaggressions. You are being racist to white people by assuming that white people are all racist and that they would cause microaggressions in the workplace and thus reduce the health of said workplace.
Now, I'd like to interject, right? I'm not saying she's in the right, but there is a reason behind it in gaming, I think, especially. Have you ever been into a Modern Warfare 2 game chat?
Yes, many.
That, I think, is maybe her reasoning behind it.
Well, I mean, like, so how does that relate to game development? Because the gamers,
I don't know,
sure,
Ben. I'm not trying to defend her. I'm just trying to rationalize it in my head.
Yeah, but like, how would that relate? Because okay, gamers are gamers and will use gamer language.
Gamer language. Yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm a racist.
Yes. Yeah. No, there are some people that are just like that, and they will scream the N-word on Call of Duty lobbies because they think it's funny.
Yeah, Ben would never do that on a Halo lobby.
I've never done it.
Ah, well. Maybe your old brain is forgetting some things.
I'm not forgetting anything.
That's a joke, by the way. He's never actually done that.
Yes, no. Like, stop fucking gaslighting me, you fucking asshole.
Ben, gaslighting isn't real. You made it up.
That's gaslighting. Fucking asshole.
I know, that's exactly why I said it.
Yeah. No, so I've got a story for you after this, but I'll move on. Oh fuck, where was I?
White people Modern Warfare 2 lobbies.
Yeah. So, gamers and stuff, yes, there are people that will just be very offensive in lobbies because haha funny, and it's like, well, it's not that funny. And it's not really funny at all.
It's funny when you're 12, maybe.
Yeah, it's funny when you're 12 and irresponsible and don't really care, but like, not later on. But how does that specifically relate towards developers who have nothing to do with the game that they are making in terms of playing?
Yeah. Like I said,
Like,
I am just trying to rationalize it. Like it's probably not the reason.
I don't think you can rationalize stupidity.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm trying to. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying that I'm trying to at least make sense of it in my head.
Yeah, I don't know. And my next story is a lot like this as well. But
That's a good segue.
yes, actually. So, this is a name that's been popping up in media as well. Sweet Baby Inc.
That seems like a question. Like, have you heard? I have not heard of this company.
So
all.
you've not heard of this?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. When you like when I saw it in the chat, I was like, oh, I don't know what that is. Could be interesting.
So Sweet Baby Inc. Is behind the release of Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
Oh, okay. I know of that game.
Yeah. So, Sweet Baby Inc. is the creators of Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
And
10 out of 10. Amazing game. Nothing wrong with it.
No, shut up. Stop talking. If you know the controversy of Suicide Squad,
there's quite a few, Ben. You're gonna have to be a bit more specific than the controversy.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like one big controversy. For one thing, it's a single player game that they've decided to turn into a live service model, which is stupid because who the fuck is going to play a story more than once? Or at least once or twice. Like, you wouldn't expect them to constantly keep playing this game over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, I was about to say, who's going to play a game more than once? Ben, I'm playing through New Game Plus on Spider-Man. Like that.
Well, yeah,
attack your co-host. Why don't you?
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, people don't typically play story games over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Some people do, but most people just tend to move on, and it's like, oh, there's a new story, so I'm going to try that one.
Yeah.
But they've already turned it into a live service game, which is a stupid idea, because why would you turn a cooperative story game into a live service model where there isn't like external missions or anything? It's just like skins and upgrades for your character and stuff.
Essentially, there's a battle pass and you're flexing to no one but yourself.
Yeah, basically, that's pretty much what it is.
But yeah, I'll show you me. Look at all my cool skins myself.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a stupid idea already, but then you have the fact that Sweet Baby Inc. has decided, I'm going to take an entire franchise, beloved franchise, in fact, the Batman Arkham games, and various other DC games and stuff that people adore, and I'm going to shit on it.
Yes. Are you going to get into Kevin Conroy and what has happened to him? Do you want me to talk about it? Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, you.
So, Kevin Conroy, if you don't know him, is a voice actor for loads of Batman shit. It's like, if you've seen any Batman animated cartoon, he's most likely voiced Batman.
Yeah, he's a solid VA. I really like his work.
He's almost as iconic as Mark Hamill Joker.
Which is extremely iconic now.
Yes. And he also voiced all the Arkhamverse games. Like, every Batman in the Arkhamverse games, he voiced.
Yes.
Including Kill the Justice League. And this is his second to last performance, I think. 'Cause I think he's in an animated show that hasn't come out yet.
No, I think this is his last performance, which is part of the reason as to why people hate this so much.
So his last performance as Batman. And his death in the game is he just gets shot in the head while tied up to a chair.
Yes, and then pissed on.
Yeah, no cool shit happened as like a cool send-off. He just fucking dies in the most boring way possible.
Yes, this character that you've built up for several games, you've now just collapsed in a couple of seconds.
Yeah. But loved by the internet, and they very much had something to say about it. Let's say that.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Like, the sheer anger of the internet at this dissatisfying ending for a beloved VA and character to be horribly disrespected in this way, and it's not even just Batman. There are scenes in the game where Harley Quinn basically sexually assaults the Flash when he's frozen in place.
I mean,
okay.
Now, I wouldn't say no. That's all I'm gonna say. I wouldn't be mad about that if I was the Flash.
I see. But I bet you're into CNC. But anyway,
Don't know what that is. Don't want to know.
consensual, non-consensual. Anyway,
Not for me.
it's sort of for people that.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know what it is. Just
Yeah. Moving on. Yeah, no, there's like fucking scenes with stuff like that. It's not just Batman, it's everything else. All of these characters are horribly disrespected and misrepresented and stuff.
yeah, everyone on the internet hate this game, and you know you fucked up bad when you could get the internet to agree on something.
Yeah, when the internet hive mind agrees that this is bad, universally,
You fucked it, mate.
even the super far leftists, yeah, I think you fucked up.
To be clear, I did see one person defending it. Do you want to know what the person defending it said?
What did they say?
They said that since Kevin Conroy voiced Batman, he was happy with it. Rebuttal, he probably had no creative control on the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just because he voiced something doesn't necessarily mean... And there's lots of real-world examples of actors who got signed on for a movie that they were given a false impression of, and it's nothing like what they did.
Yeah, Madam Web, Sydney Sweeney has been shitting all it over the past month.
Yeah.
Like, it's so funny to see everyone on Madam Web hating the movie.
Yeah, they just hate the movie that they are unfortunately involved with. And I agree. I absolutely agree. But
Have you seen Madam Web?
I haven't. I don't want to.
I
I've
have seen it.
Mm.
It's not even funny bad. It's just bad.
Yeah, there's not Samurai Cop enjoyment out of this.
No,
It's
Samurai
just-
Cop is a masterpiece. Okay, don't disrespect Samurai Cop.
Shut up! You do this as a meme, not because you actually believe it. But no,
What
I
did you
don't
say,
want to. I've seen some clips from it, and I think it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like 80% of it is ADR. Like the person, like the characters aren't even speaking. It's that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
those...
in the background of a shot, Spider-Man, but they're not allowed to legally call him Spider-Man. He just had his mouth closed, yet he still has dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. There's just characters that speak without speaking.
Yes.
And I hate it, and it's disgusting, and it's terrible. But back to Sweet Baby Ink. So after this controversy, this absolute dumpster fire of a game, and the player count just fucking bombing into the floor. There was lots of other games and stuff that came out around the time. Helldivers overshadowed.
What a great
Serious-
game.
Yeah, solid game. Overshadowed, Suicide Squad and stuff. And people were obviously understandably annoyed. And
Yes.
someone made a Steam group called Sweet Baby Inc. Detected, where they listed all of the games that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with and some potential new ones. Just to sort of say, be warned, Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in this. Some interesting highlights in there, Spider-Man 2.
Why?
But-
Spider-Man 2 is such a good game.
Yeah, well, you know what I said about the whole Spanish
Yes.
thing.
The Spanish thing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no! Tell this, please. It's.
Yeah, so Spanish is a gendered language, and to explain what that means, it means that you have masculine and feminine words and stuff like that.
Basically, Ellen. Is it La?
I don't remember.
I'll say
but
French. In French, lay is masculine, la is feminine. Basically, words are gendered.
Yes, there is certain ways of speaking in French and also Spanish and lots of other European languages and
Yep.
stuff. That
English is pretty much the only European language that does not have that rule.
Yeah, I mean, we have objective genders, but we don't necessarily do the whole gendered language thing.
Yes,
but,
I think because we have to that is a blonde with an E is female, and then blonde without it is male. I think that's the closest we have to it.
yeah. But one of the major controversies with Spider-Man 2 was that a Spanish streamer who was streaming was listening to the game's dialogue and realized that somebody had decided, I'm going to insert my political correctness and ungender this language.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
You
that
can't
is-
change a language just to suit you.
yes, that is extremely disrespectful.
This reminds me of that thing that happened in the British news. I'll say this quickly. So, Parliament, they decided to make a house essentially not fit for human habitation, and the dictionary definition of a house is a place fit for human habitation. They voted against a house being a house.
Well, that is I mean, in all fairness, dear, it's not like the wildest thing I've heard. Like governments do.
Yeah.
America voted against a ceasefire in Gaza.
Well, more oil, more money in their pockets.
Yeah, exactly. But oh well. Either way, back on track with things. That is super disrespectful. You can't do that. Sweet Baby Inc. is also involved in this game, so I'm kind of assuming like where this came from. Because Sweet Baby Inc. is responsible for a lovely speech where their CEO person, don't remember her name, came up onto stage and did like sort of a live stream with slides and stuff.
Here's my presentation about why I don't like gendered words.
No. Here's my TED talk on why you should blackmail your CEOs into putting woke agenda in game.
And this was said by the CEO.
Yes, she came up.
Please blackmail me.
No. She came up onto stage and openly admitted that she uses tactics to manipulate companies to put people in with political views that she shares.
Oh no. Man, she's a Nazi. That wouldn't go down well.
Yeah, that wouldn't go down well.
Every Marvel game just has... You know what? The Jews kind of had it coming.
Yeah, so she does stuff like that, and she also tries to implement representation into games and stuff where it's really not needed, where it's just ticking boxes instead of actually making a story out of the representation that you are presenting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot like the thing with one of the most recent Doctor Who episodes where...
I'd like to say before you start, I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I don't know anything about this.
Okay, but it's one of the most recent episodes. It was one of the special episodes between the Christmas special and stuff, and it was the Meep, I believe. Donna has a daughter who is trans and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they do little good things with her whole character throughout the episode, where these fucking like chavs on bikes like dead name her and stuff, and
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, so you're gonna make a more empowering story about transsexuality. No, actually, that's about as far as they go. They inserted that because I guess they inserted that. And there is also this lovely scene where the Meep is talking to the Doctor, and he's just saying, so like, what do you go by, and stuff, and having a conversation with him, and he's saying, oh, I only go by the Meep. Oh yeah, I do that as well. I go by the Doctor. And he ends up referring to the Meep as a male, and Donna's daughter kind of pipes up from the background and just says, like, did you just shoot? Oh
no. This the fucking
are you
meme.
Are you assuming that it's a guy? Well, I suppose, like, I can't really assume that this alien from outer space is a guy or woman, but at the same
or has
time...
any gender at all.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm sure they would correct me if I was wrong.
Yeah, it's like, fucking, who cares?
No one cares. Just tell me what your gender is if you want me to go for it, and I will happily respect your choice to go by whatever the fuck you want. But
honestly, in real life, I don't give a shit what people call me. He, she, they. But I'd prefer to go by he, but honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't care either. I've long since stopped giving a shit about what people think or say to me.
Also, adding it to social media now. Like, you can put your pronouns in your little Instagram bio thing.
Cool. It makes it a lot easier being able to just, like, look at someone's bio, I guess.
Yeah,
But at the same time, if I don't know that person and I don't know their profile, then it's fairly useless.
Yeah. Same with Discord.
Discord's doing it.
Discord's done it for ages. Have you not noticed?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Like, if you click on my profile, like, there it is. It's there.
I'll have a quick check here. Oh. Interesting. But, no, fucking... Sweet Baby Inc.
Yeah, we keep going off topic.
They just openly admitted to the fact that they encourage people to blackmail directors and workers and stuff to achieve their goals.
Mm-hmm.
Understandably, the internet's a bit fucked about it, and the Steam group blows up. Sweet Baby Inc.
Yeah, we keep going off topic.
They just openly admitted to the fact that they encourage people to blackmail directors and workers and stuff to achieve their goals.
Mm-hmm.
Understandably, the internet's a bit fucked about it, and the Steam group blows up.
Ben is currently muted. I just want to let you know that I edit all these podcasts myself. He's making it very difficult.
Yeah, well, no, my mother's making it difficult because she keeps coming into my room and she's just like, oh, I'm going to come in, but without knocking or asking if I can come in whilst I'm recording. And I told her, I'm recording, could you leave me to it for a little while? And she just doesn't really listen. But, no. Oh, God. Sweet Baby Inc. just openly admitted to the fact that, you know, we're manipulating people into putting stuff in games and employing people that share opinions with us. And the Steam group is exploding because, you know, everybody wants to know what Sweet Baby Inc. is involved with so they can ignore it. And finally, they kind of notice the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam group, and the CEO flips out on Twitter and completely loses it and starts trying to campaign for people to harass the maker of the Steam group to have it shut down.
It is awful.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really end there because Akira Toriyama died recently, rest his soul.
Creative Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
sorry. I sent you this. Quick thing about Akira Toriyama. So, the Mexican cartel has stopped fighting to respect him.
yeah, no, that is the Mexican cartel.
A Mexican cartel.
Yeah, like, that's not very specific. There's several of them. But, no, they decided, like, I'm gonna pipe up on Twitter as well. One of the people who is also involved with Sweet Baby Inc. Came out on Twitter and said, Akira Toriyama really made the best and worst black characters. Really takes range to do that, sarcastically.
Oh, you can't say that.
Yeah, just just like a couple hours after he was pronounced dead.
It's like when Stan Lee died and they said, yeah, Captain Marvel really fucking sucked.
Yeah, but there's also stuff with Stanley where they kept trying to frame him as a rapist and somebody who committed sexual assault against women.
Stan Lee is
whatever.
the nicest fucking guy. If you've seen him in interviews, he's so nice. I do not believe that he could ever do something like that.
I don't believe he could ever do something like that. And the women had no evidence, but there you go. Let's all pile on this person because they're dead about stuff that isn't real, but we're going to say it is so that we can defame them.
Yes, I do have a story that I'd like to tell about, not about Stan Lee in particular, but about something similar after this story.
I mean, you can keep going now because I'm kind of done with Sweet Baby Inc. I've explained the whole thing. The internet hates them at the moment. That's the best way to put it.
Okay, so there is a Twitch streamer / YouTuber / musician, and as I've said that, a lot of people in who are listening or watching this are going, I know where he's going with this. Do you know who Wilbur Soot is?
I'm aware of their existence.
So Wilbur Soot, he is the lead singer of a band called Lovejoy, and he also does like YouTube and Twitch sometimes. And recently, his ex-girlfriend, another content creator called Shelby. Let me look this up.
Shelby.
Ben, this is Ben. This is a serious topic. You can't make jokes about it right now. This is a very serious topic.
Shelby. Jesus Christ.
You're not gonna be laughing off to tell you what she said.
Call me Shelby. No, I probably won't be, but here we go.
Okay, fine. Her other name Shubble. Is that better for you?
Fucking shovel.
Shubble.
Oh, shovel. Okay, it sounds like shovel. I bet she's a gold digger. But anyway.
Well, yeah, she got abused.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
I told you not to make jokes, Ben. This is your fault.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't know.
I said not to make jokes.
Just continue with your story. That's awful. Oh, God.
So yeah, Wilbur Soot's ex-girlfriend, Shelby, I'm gonna put her name as, has recently, come out and said that Wilbur abused her when they were going out, I think 2 years ago?
Right.
So she claimed that Wilbur bit her, left bruises, and then poked her despite her asking him not to. Begging, this article says.
Begging her not to. What, do you go fucking feral? What the fuck?
Like, basically, like, poked her, she begged him to stop and still didn't.
I see.
And then he would even make jokes about this. Quote, he would even joke that it looked like he abused me. And eventually he did not acknowledge how bad it looked, that I was covered in bruises all the time, so he stopped biting my arms as often as he started biting my legs instead.
That's just kind of weird.
Yeah. Shovel...
That's just weird.
So, Shovel added that she and her boyfriend eventually established a safe word so that he could learn where my limit was and where my pain tolerance ended, but that got ignored. Now, despite that she did not name Wilbur Soot in general, people have basically put it to it saying, recently she has said that, yeah, it was Wilbur. But one, she has not been in a relationship since she's been with him, from what I know. And Wilbur has said in the past that he is a biter.
I see.
And Wilbur has made a apology to this, which is fucking atrocious.
So it's just the usual, like, I've made a severe a
No.
complete lapse of my judgment.
No, not really, no. Do you want me to read out his statement?
Sure.
In the past week, a series of allegations have been made over my conduct from an ex-girlfriend. I want to emphasise that, although I feel it fair to offer my perspective, this person's feelings are completely valid. I have taken my time sharing the statements I wanted to process and respond respectfully, and with the hope to gain a deeper understanding of the situation. During our relationship's final months, I regrettably became a slobbish, disrespectful and selfish. These actions caused by a lot of pain to my ex-girlfriend, and since I've sought therapy to address these behaviours, make significant lifestyle changes to rectify my past actions. I've come to realise how much my past behaviour hurt this person, but I truly compassionately believe I've made great strides from the person I once was, and I hope I continue to grow and improve on this trajectory. Fine so far?
Yeah, if sounding a bit corporate speak.
Yes. Could be written by AI. The allegation of abuse, particularly in this form of biting, deeply shocked me. Throughout our relationship, I understood from our numerous conversations and text message exchanges on the subject, this behaviour was consensual, playful, and reciprocally enjoyed. I truly believe those personal message exchanges reflect mutual affection and understanding. To be clear, he has not given receipt for this, he's just said this. Out of respect for her, I chose not to publish them, and I emphasise my perspective is not shared to diminish or invalidate anyone's feelings. Instead, I share it in the hope that I can offer a genuine, fair and relevant insight into my understanding of the situation. While I may perceive our interactions differently, I recognise that this person has processed and expressed feelings of hurt. I want to extend my sincerest apologies for any pain that I caused. I am fully committed to understanding and addressing her concerns going forward. I hope my perspective sheds light on the situation without detracting from its message. I am dedicated to earning and maintaining the trust of those around me, and I hope I continue to be held in these high standards I wish to attain and maintain. Will.
Right.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about any of that. That was
Very sterilized.
Yes.
Not really a heartfelt apology. It's just very robotic. I hope I can continue to do no.
Yeah. And a lot of his I guess now ex-friends have commented on this. I'm gonna read one of that now if that's okay. There's a streamer called Amesy who's very popular. And she said, "You started this off defending yourself by claiming that you've changed, making it about you. Then left the most simple yet important thing for last, an apology. And even then, your apology isn't an apology. You left it out for any pain that I've caused, which lacked any accountability."
Yeah, basically.
He basically said, "I'm sorry that you feel that way."
Very disingenuous.
Yeah, it's very fucking bad. And apparently, our podcast Twitter is following him. Let me just change that. Boom, unfollowed. Okay. So yeah, it's very bad that he sort of just, one, abused her, and two, just not taken any accountability for it. And now, like, pretty much everyone has said, yeah, I'm not going to associate with him anymore. Like, lots of big YouTubers that were in his circle, like Jack Manifold, he has, I think, about nearly 5 mil. A YouTuber called Tommy Int, who has about 15 mil. A lot of people just aren't associating with him anymore, which I think is fair.
Yeah, because it's just kind of a very disingenuous and disrespectful apology that doesn't address her feelings at all, and just says that I've moved on.
And can we be realistic for a second? He's a Minecraft YouTuber. This was going to happen eventually.
Yeah, because So Minecraft YouTubers have several routes of interest to go.
Yeah. There's music and pedophilia. He chose not okay. There's being very controversial and making music. He decided to go both paths.
No, I would actually say that there is wife abuse, making music, or being a pedophile.
Yeah, he took making music and abusing his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I think the music cancels it out because the music's actually pretty good. But yes, this is not great. And this has also led to many other YouTubers being exposed. So another Minecrafter called George Not Found, who is even bigger than Wilbur Soot, has, I think, been accused of rape. I think. Let me just check this quickly, double check it, because I don't want to get a fucking letter at my door. Yes. He's been accused of rape by someone.
Jesus.
But even worse is that... Okay, I think the George Not Found and Wilbur stuff, I think that is real. And then there's been someone called Tubbo, who is, as of now, I think 18 or 19.
Yeah.
He's been accused of rape. But this was false. He's gone on to Twitter. He's gone onto a stream and basically debunked all of it. He said that a couple years ago he went to a party in LA. He has lived in Britain pretty much his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
This person said that George said she was driving her home. He cannot drive.
Yep.
And then made the accusation that, he did some naughty things to her. He's a virgin. And I think that is because, obviously, the people who have accused these two other YouTubers of doing it have gotten a lot of attention. And then this person is trying to say, oh, I want some of that as well, so I'll accuse someone.
It's like me coming out. Well, it's like me doing stuff and then somebody accusing me, a woman, for example, of, he sexually assaulted me. Okay, firstly, I'm gay.
Yeah. So your accusation is already false.
Yes. Like, off to a bad start.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I see. I was gonna say, like, he's starting fucking early, isn't he? But like, Jesus.
Yeah, there's a video on YouTube. I've explained it very paraphrased, but yeah, he's basically debunked all of it.
Yeah.
And like, I think there's only one YouTuber that has been not accused, called Tommy Innit, and honestly, like, I think the only reason he hasn't been accused yet is because he has a girlfriend. I think when that goes, the floodgates will open for to falsely accuse him of something.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of the issue of Twitter. Twitter decides, this person is now vulnerable. I'm going to randomly harass them.
Yes.
With stuff that isn't necessarily true, but will spread like wildfire and defame them enough that it ruins their life.
Precisely. And I think that people who have done this do deserve that. And they should be ridiculed for it. But people who haven't done it and they're just fucking doing it for clout, fuck off.
Yeah, there's so many people that accuse others on Twitter of things that never actually happened, but here we are.
Yeah, like you were saying with Stan Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Twitter does it all the time, and I'm really fed up with Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm happy that it's
But-
sort of fallen out of relevancy.
Yeah.
But then again, it's all moved to TikTok now. It's like just one degenerate app to the next.
Yeah, so it's not really any better.
Yeah, mainly as people with visual can see behind me, that is the
You-
TikTok logo.
you-
That side.
You've moved the problem from one place to the.
Yeah, and you've moved to a video sharing platform, which is even worse. And Ben is muted again.
Yes, because people keep coming in the room. She was just asking me like what I wanted for tea, and I just said, "Oh, this, and this."
Mhm.
But yeah. I think that's all of my stories.
You did. I think you had one more, which I'm kind of very much interested in.
I mean, I think I'm gonna save it for next time because the problem is, I kind of need to do more research on it anyway. But also, I've got to be at uni in like 30 minutes.
Oh.
You know,
I'm going to uni.
yeah, but yeah. I think I've gone through everything I wanted to say today through just stupidity of people who are stupid.
Stupidity over stupidity over stupidity about people that are stupid. That is a tongue twister and a half.
Yes.
So yes,
Or you could say that they're asinine.
asinine. That is a big word, and I'm not going to pretend like I know what that means.
Asinine is just, well, it just means incredibly stupid.
Yes. So that is the end of today's episode. It's been a very long one.
It's a very long one.
I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, please.
That would be much appreciated, yes.
Yes. And leave your feedback. Wait, I don't know where you leave feedback.
Leave feedback. Wait, can you leave feedback?
I think I don't know if you can on the YouTube video. That's why.
Well, of course you can on a YouTube.
Well, it's a
video.
different. It's not a video. Like YouTube has a weird system of podcasts.
Oh, okay.
So yes,
Well-
if possible, leave feedback.
Yes, leave the feedback so we understand what we're doing. And also, my mic quality is probably terrible, so you know.
Well, Ben, it's not going to be worse than the last podcast. I've told you about how bad my mic was in the last. Hopefully that's fixed. I hope it isn't fucked again in this episode.
Yes, because you just kind of sounded like you were bass boosting your own microphone.
Yes,
But,
yeah, it was
yeah.
it was very bad. Don't like if you're starting, don't go back to episode 1. Maybe go back to the pilot. The pilot's pretty decent, but don't go back to season 1, episode 1.
Talking about like bass boosting your microphone, and I just hear you twang the string.
Okay,
that is your-
bad example.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you.
Yeah, I hope
People-
you've enjoyed, and we'll see you probably in another month. Bye-bye.
Yeah, when we can be asked to do this again.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.